The story of the Berlin Wall began in the 1960s. After World War II, Germany was divided into two parts: East Germany, which was controlled by the Soviet Union, and West Germany, which was supported by Western countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, and France. The city of Berlin was also split into East and West, even though it was located in the middle of East Germany. Life in East Germany was tough. The government was very strict, and people didn't have as many freedoms as those living in the West. Many people in East Berlin wanted to escape to West Berlin, where life was better. To stop people from leaving, the East German government built a huge wall in 1961. This wall separated the two parts of Berlin, and it became known as the Berlin Wall. The wall was heavily guarded. Soldiers, barbed wire, and watchtowers made it nearly impossible for people to cross from east to west. Families were separated, and many people in East Berlin were trapped. The wall became a symbol of the Cold War, which was the tension between the Soviet Union and the Western countries. For almost 30 years, the Berlin Wall stood as a dividing line between the two parts of the city. But things began to change in the 1980s. Across Eastern Europe, people were starting to push for more freedoms. In East Germany, protests began to grow as people demanded the right to travel and reunite with family in the West. On November 9, 1989, something incredible happened. The East German government announced that people would be allowed to cross the border. Crowds of people from both East and West Berlin rushed to the wall. They began to celebrate, and many started tearing down the wall with their hands and tools. It was a moment of joy and relief as families reunited and people crossed freely for the first time in decades. The fall of the Berlin Wall was a turning point in history. It marked the beginning of the end of the Cold War and the division of Europe. Just a year later, in 1990, Germany was reunited as one country. The fall of the wall became a symbol of hope, freedom, and the power of people to bring about change. Today, pieces of the Berlin Wall still stand as a reminder of the past, but more importantly, they represent the triumph of unity over division.